What's going on, friends? Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Vanity V, and thank you for being here today. I hope you guys all had an amazing Memorial Day weekend. I wanted to talk to you guys about something that has been on my heart and my mind for a little bit now, but after this past episode of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, I think that it is necessary that we get into some things involving Marlo Hampton. I decided that I don't think that I'm going to do a full review of the episode because the episode was kind of lackluster. I feel like it kind of got lit towards the end. But there is something that I want to talk about, which is, why is Marlo Hampton obsessed with Kandi? Can we please dissect this a little bit? Because the obsession is like, it's crazy, you guys. It's getting worse and worse, and I don't understand where this obsession comes from. And I can equate it to just one word: hate. I think that Marlo Hampton, as much as she tries to act like she is for women and women empowerment, and oh, I do these things for the community, and oh, I have all of these girls under my foster care, whatever philanthropy that she does, supposedly whatever she's saying she's doing. Marlo is a hater, and I've noticed that she doesn't really like when someone is doing better than her. Like, she wants to be the best dressed, she wants to be this. We still don't know how she makes her money, but that's neither here nor there. It's giving Jen Shaw, and I'm not even gonna go there because I'm not a snitch, but Marlo, we don't even know how you make your money. So, that's a whole other topic. But I just noticed that the women that are more successful than her, Kenya Moore, Kandi, she doesn't see it for them. And especially Kandi. Now, you say what you want about Kandi, right? But Kandi's out here with 50-11 businesses. She's successful with Broadway. She now got picked up, I believe, for The Wiz. Her and Todd are doing some type of executive production on The Wiz. Escape, they have all of the accolades. They're a phenomenal group that, we don't even need to go into that because we know how amazing Escape is. The show, the bedroom Kandi, the restaurants, the Masked Singer. She was on Big Brother. The list goes on and on and on. And I just think that Marlo can't deal. And I think that the obsession, like, Kandi, you might need to go ahead and get you like some type of like security or whatever, because we know that Marlo is very much capable of like certain things that we won't go into that are illegal, that she has mugshots for. And this is really disheartening, right? I'm being funny, but I'm being very, very serious at the same time, because I actually really like Marlo, but I can't take it. I don't know why she is so obsessed, and now it's teetering on like, I want to take Kandi down. She's getting in the realm of like, there's no coming back from it. And you better be careful, Marlo, because we see the last time that somebody went way overboard with overstepping their boundaries. We love Phaedra. Phaedra's not here anymore. And I'm not trying to say that, Marlo, what you are doing right now is along the lines of like what happened with Phaedra back, I believe it was season 9. But you're like walking the fine line, Marlo. So in case you guys are forgetting where I'm coming from with this and why I am saying that Marlo is obsessed with Kandi, I'm going to refresh your memory. I got about 9 or 10 things that I've made a list of to back up what I'm saying. And I just really started to break it down and really think about like, damn, Marlo, you really like have it out for Kandi. And it's sad because Kandi seems like the one person that was really riding for you. She tried to get you your own reality show. She has done things outside of Housewives when you were begging to get on Housewives to try to help you and advance your career in reality television. And you're like shitting on this woman. And why? Why are you doing this? Again, this woman didn't do anything to you. This lady didn't do anything to you, Marlo. And you are like going above and beyond to like ruin her. So let's get into my little list of like all of the reasons why Marlo is obsessed with Kandi. Okay, number 1. Kandi, remember last season, Marlo said, oh, Kandi doesn't do anything for the community. Girl, what are you talking about? Kandi has several different things that she does for the community through Kandi Cares. You see that she donates money. You see that she rides for people. I see her, the people that work for her, she pushes them and tries to advance them in their careers. You know, she puts people on in her family. Outside of that, like, and you say that she does nothing for the community. As another black woman, why would you put her down in that way? And it's not true. And the thing that's unfortunate is, like, all of these things are not true, Marlo. So that's one thing, okay? Kandi doesn't show her life. I think it's detrimental to say that, because when you imply things like that, what if the producers start looking into that and believe what you say and want to get her off of the show because of that? But that's not true. Again, Kandi has shown her all her love life, things with her children, all the drama with Todd and Mama Joyce, all her aunts, everything, her restaurants. So we already know that that's not true. But that's just another reason how we see the obsession and the lies where they're coming from, okay? The Kandi, the whole narrative, you continue to say it. You haven't said it yet this season. I'm sure it's coming, but last season you said it several times about how Todd is an opportunist. Oh, Mama Joyce was right. Todd is an opportunist. I'm not even going to get into that, because I think that narrative is played out at this point. We see that Todd makes Kandi better. Todd has helped to advance her. I think that he's the yin to her yang, right? I think that he is, when it comes to, I'm not saying Kandi's not business savvy. She is. But I think that he ups the level of savviness in her businesses. And I think that where she lacks, that he helps and makes her better in that area. And he's a fellow Leo. I mean, we Leos, we're go-getters. We like to make things happen. And I think that is what Todd does. So I wish that people would stop with this narrative that he is an opportunist. And let me add, this whole video is gonna make it like I'm caping for Kandi. I can already see in the comments. And granted, I stand for Kandi, but I also am very much aware of, like, things about Kandi that she can improve. And if there's something that she does, some wild stuff, I will absolutely comment on that also. But I just think that we have to really dig into the complete obsession that this woman has with her. So that's one thing. Oh yeah, and then last season, the continuation of Mama Joyce disrespecting Todd. Now, granted, that is like the one thing that I will kind of agree with Marlo on. I do think that Mama Joyce is disrespectful to Todd, like, and even what she did, like BravoCon. I do think that she needs to scale it back, and at this point, I don't understand why Mama Joyce is like that still and making comments like that. But Marlo, where is it your place to bring that up? Like, you know, that's a sensitive spot for this woman who has, had your back and try to do things for you. So why are you bringing that up? Like, why do you feel that it's necessary for you to tell Kandi that? So that's not cool. All right. Harping on the fact that Kandi won't talk about the shooting, okay? Last episode, the one before this past weekend, like, Marlo, you were trying to force Drew to talk about or say the word shooting. Like, this whole thing that you're acting, Marlo, like you're so distraught because Kandi won't talk about the shooting. Oh my God. It's just bringing back all of these memories of how, like, my nephew, God bless the dead. We're sorry. Everyone's sorry about what happened to your nephew, but, like, make it make sense, boo. That has nothing to do with the shooting that happened at Blaze with Kandi's cousin, because your cousin was, whatever happened to him, and it wasn't at Kandi's restaurant. So why are you even bringing that up? What happened to your nephew did not happen at one of Kandi's restaurants. So how is this aligning with her cousin's situation? So, like, you even bringing that up and trying to force Drew to talk about that, like, it just doesn't make any sense, Marlo. And I don't blame Kandi. I feel like, I do think Kandi went wrong, is I think Kandi should have said, look, guys, I cannot talk about this right now because we're in litigation, or whatever the case is. She said they're going through some legal things with this, right? So once this is all settled, I will definitely answer whatever questions you guys have. I think Kandi should have said that. But I don't blame her for not talking about it. And again, Marlo, why are you so obsessed with this woman to try to push other people to bring it up? I just don't get it. Okay. Kandi didn't give her the proper condolences when her cousin, or excuse me, her nephew passed away, and Kandi didn't send flowers. Girl, bye. Girl, get out of here. So Kandi broke all of that down on the Speak On It. Marlo, the thing about you is we can't trust what you say. Your text messages that you showed did not line up with the text messages that Kandi showed. You made it like Kandi was super cold and just like, the way you presented your text messages were as if you text Kandi to tell her about your nephew, and Kandi was like, oh, all right, I'm sorry. Like, Kandi showed on her Speak On It a total different text thread. So clearly, Marlo, you deleted some texts. You left out some text messages, boo. And that's the thing. Like, I knew it, because again, Kandi doesn't have, like, she's not animated in her personality. Like, if you were expecting her to be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, that's not even her personality. So she wasn't going to do that when she responded to you anyway. But you just made it like she was so callous and cold in her text messages. And Kandi showed different text messages than what you had on your thread, which means you deleted something. So that's really sad. And like, you're using your family's this situation to, like, you know, enhance the storyline, and it's really, I would be mad if I was your family. I said this before, but she made it also, Marlo made it seem as though the gentleman that did what he did to her nephew worked at Old Lady Gang. Marlo, that's a lie. According to Kandi, Kandi alleges that that man did not work at Old Lady Gang that did that to your nephew, and she doesn't know how this gentleman met your nephew. She doesn't know anything. She said and Kandi also said she only met your nephew once. So you're like, what do you want from this woman? She owns several restaurants. She's not the general manager of these restaurants. She's the face of the restaurant. So there's probably lots of people that work in them restaurants that she doesn't know. So it's just wrong. I feel like you're kind of creating like this skeleton of things for us to kind of like follow the trail of, like, you guys, her restaurants are not safe. You know, people get shot at her restaurants, and look at what she did with my nephew, and my nephew met his, you know what, at her restaurant, and he worked there. So, you know, and I just think that that's so detrimental to her restaurants, because Atlanta's already like the wild, wild west right now. It's wild in Atlanta, lots of crime. So you are putting this out on a huge national platform for people to be scared to go to this woman's restaurants. And that is the narrative that you were, and that's not cool. That is not cool for you to do that. You know, obviously it is unfortunate what happened to her cousin in Blaze, but that is an isolated incident. Stop making it seem as though this woman has a crime problem at her restaurants. And I pray that people are not falling for that, and that people are not listening to that. And I just hope that, you know, people continue to support Kandi's businesses, because it's not cool, Marlo, and that is what you're doing. And I hope that, you know, girl, you just better hope karma don't hit the archive. That's all I got to say. Okay, then second to last, the whole thing that Marlo tried to make this narrative that Kandi's Broadway shows are flopping and all this. Girl, her Broadway shows is popping. And again, she just now got picked up as a producer on The Wiz. So, like, you need to stop. You are hating, Marlo. You really need to stop. And last but certainly not least, because I don't even want this video to be real lengthy, you guys. And this gave me a hearty cackle. Marlo, you trying to blame her for not helping you to get your records expunged? Is she Kandi Burruss Esquire? How the hell is Kandi supposed to help you get your records expunged for the criminal activity that you have done in your life? Who the hell do you think Kandi is? I mean, Kandi's powerful and all of that, but how is she supposed to do that? Boo-boo, you need to get an attorney to assist you with that. and Jesus. Those are the only two people that can help you with the record that you have. I looked it up, child. You have an extensive record. Kandi can't help you with that. And that girl Courtney, this supposed Olivia Pope that you speak of, she can't help you either. Like, I cackled at that. Marlo, you are like reaching right now, and child, if you are mad at Kandi for not helping you get your records expunged, you just gonna stay mad at Kandi, because Kandi cannot help you with that. And that actually I cackled like for a long time, because like, what do you expect from this woman? You are gonna blame, you get the flu, it's gonna be Kandi's fault, child. Yeast infection, it's gonna be Kandi's fault. You get the chicken pox, it's gonna be Kandi's fault. You are blaming Kandi for everything in your life. In closing, Marlo, you are giving single white female, and I can't take. And Kandi, don't let it get you down, boo. Just continue to live righteously and do what you're doing. Don't even try to get Marlo back, because Marlo is gone Marlo, and you cannot change her. And just continue to be positive and do what you're doing. But I just wanted to make this, I had to just get all of this off my chest, because again, the obsession is real. And Marlo, I don't know what to tell you. Like, Marlo, we were all rooting for you. Like, Marlo, I feel like you are beautiful, you're smart, I think that you are ambitious, and I feel like you could be using your time and your positivity to do other things besides what you're doing and trying to take another Black woman down. And I just cannot support that. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great rest of your Tuesday. It feels like a Monday. Whenever there's a holiday that falls on Monday, it always throws my week off. But anyway, you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.